Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to solve O-Levels Mathematics T paper 2 in a session October-November 2023 paper 2-1. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1 part A, the population of a town is 36,400. 23% of the population are aged 18 and under. Work out the number of people in the town aged over 18, right? So aged 18 and under are 23% of the population, 36,400. This is aged 18 and under, right? So 23% of 36,400, this is 8,372. This is 8,372 people are aged 18 and under. Now we have to find the number of people in the town aged over 18, right? So aged over 18 years is from 36,400, we have to subtract 8,372, which are 18 and under. 36,400 subtract answer, which is 28,028. Right. Now for part B, in a village, the ratio of ages of the population is under 18, 18 to 60, over 60 is 4, 11 and 5. This is a ratio we have given, right? There are 90 people aged over 60. So over 60 we have given. Work out the total number of people in the village aged 60 and under. So we have given that 890 people aged over 60, right? So over 60 are in the ratio of 5. So it means 5 is basically 890. So what is 1? 1 is basically 890 divided by 5, right? So 890 divided by 5, 890 divided by 5 is 178. So 1 is basically 178, right? Now let me work on under 18, right? This is for under 18. The people under 18 are 4. So what is 4? 4 is basically 4 times 178, right? Times by 4, which is 710. This is 712, sorry. Okay, now let me find the people 18 to 60, right? These are 11. So 11 is basically 11 times 178. 11 times 178 is 1958. Right. Now we have to find the total number of people in the village aged 60 and under. So this is 60 and under 60. So the sum of these two, which is 1958 plus 712, which is 2670. Right. Now for part C, in 2015, the population of a city was 702,800. Okay, this is in 2015. The population we have given number 1. In 2020 the population was this much. Calculate the percentage decrease in the population from 2015 to 2020. How much is the decrease? We have to find from 702,800 minus 678,202 divided by the original one was 702,800 multiplied by the 100. The percentage we have to find 702,800 minus 67,802 divide 702,800 times it by 100. This is 3.5% is the percentage decrease in the population, right? Now for the second part, the population of a city increased by 12% between 1980 and 2015. Calculate the population of a city in 1980. Okay, so the population is increased by 12% between these 2 years. Let's say the population of a city in 1980 is X, and in 2025 we have given, right? So it is 12% increase between these 2 years, right? So 12% of some X plus the population of in 1980, this would be equals to the population in 2015, right? Let me solve for the population in 1980. So that is X. This would be 1 plus 12 over 100 equals to 702,800, right? Let me simplify. 12 divides 100, adding 1, and 702,800 divided by answer, which is 627,500. 627,500 is the population in 1980. Now for part D, the table shows the population and the area of some countries. Countries, population and area in centimeter square, right? Number 1, work out how many more people live in Bahrain than in Maldives. Okay, Bahrain and Maldives. Give your answer in standard form. How many more people? So means we have to subtract basically. So the population. So Bahrain is 1.54 times 10 to the power 6 minus Maldives is 3.92 times 10 to the power 5. So we have to make the same exponents, right? So if I can do making this exponent as 6, so adding 1. So when we add 1, we have to move one decimal point to the left side. So over here. So 1.54 times 10 to the power 6 minus 0.392 times 10 to the power 6, right? So 10 to the power 6 is common. So let me simplify. 1.54 minus 0.392. This would be 1.148. 1.148 times 10 to the power of 6, right? Now for the second part, the population density of a country is the number of people per square kilometer, right? Which of these country has the highest population density? Show how you decide. So population density is basically the population divides area, right? Okay, the populations we have given and the areas we have given, we just have to divide it. Let me find the population density here by dividing the population and the areas, right? Let's start with the Bangladesh. 1.63 times 10 exponent 8 divide 148,000. This would be 1101.35, right? 1.54 times 10 to the exponent 6 divide 760. This would be 2026.31. 3.92 times 10 to the power 5 and divide 298. 13315.43. 5.30 times 10 to the power 6 and divided by 10400. This would be 509.61. Okay, so we have to find which one has the highest population density. So 509 is the lowest one, right? So it is 1000, 2000, 1000. So 2000 is the highest one. So that is Bahrain. Right. Question number 2. Triangle A and triangle B and line R are drawn on a grid. Okay, we have given A, B and the line R. All right. Part A, number 1, write down the equation of line R. So equation of line R is x equals to 2. Right. Now for part B, draw the image of triangle A after a reflection in the line R. Okay, reflection 1, 2 and 3 units. So 1, 2 and 3 units. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. So this would be the image of triangle A of the reflection along the line x equals to 2, or we can say R. This would be triangle A. All right. Now for part B, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. Okay, we have A and B. This is a rotation and it's 90-degree anti-clockwise. And we have to find the center of rotation by using the coordinates. Wait, so it is a rotation. Let me write down the transformation first. Rotation, 90-degree anti-clockwise. About the the center would be, this point is -1 2, this is -2 1, -1 4, -4 -1, and this would be -2 and 4, -4 and -2. So it's about origin, right? Question number 3, part A. The equation of line L is 4y equals to x minus 5. So this is the equation of line L. Number 1, find the gradient of line L. So to solve the gradient, we have to convert it into y equals to mx plus c form. So y equals to 1 out of 4x minus 5 out of 4. So the gradient is 1 by 4, right? Now for the second part, find the coordinates of the point where the line L crosses the y-axis, the y-intercept basically, which is 0 and -5 by 4. This is the y-intercept. Now for part B, A is the point 4, 5 and B is the point -2, 8. Number 1, find the length of line AB. Okay, so the length of AB, this would be square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so this would be -6 whole square, 3 whole square, right? So 6 would be 36 and 3 would be 9. Okay, so 36 plus 9 and square root of 45 is 6.71. Right. Now for the second part, find the equation of line L. Give your answer in the form of line AB, in the form of y equals to mx plus c. So for this, we have to find the slope of AB. Okay, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 3 over -6, so -1 by 2 is the slope. So y equals to -1 by 2x plus c. And to get the value of c, we can substitute point A or point B. This is your choice. I'm plugging point A. X is 4 and y is 5. So 5 equals to -1 by 2 into 4 plus c. 2 times 2 is 4. So 5 plus 2, this is 7, and this would be c, right? So the c value is 7, and we can say the equation of line AB in the form of y equals to mx plus c is y equals to -1 by 2x plus 7, right? Question number 4, part A. These are the first 5 terms of a sequence. Number 1, find the next term of the sequence, right? We have to find the difference first, right, in 12 and 5. So 12 minus 5 is 7. And 19 minus 12 is 7. So adding 7. 26 minus 19 is again adding 7. 33 minus 26 is again adding 7. So means add 7 each time. 33 plus 7 would be 40. The next term would be 40. Number 2, find an expression for the nth term of the sequence. For nth term, it should be 7n and something. So 7n, and plus minus something. So for the first term, when n is 1, so 7 times 1 would be 7, and 7 take away 2 would be 5, right? 7 times 2 is 14, take away 2 would be 12. 7 times 3 is 21, take away 2 is 19. The nth term would be 7n minus 2, right? Now for the third part, tk and tk plus 1 are the consecutive terms of a sequence. The sum of these two terms is 703. Find the value of k. So what is tk? So tk would be 7k minus 2 plus tk plus 1, 7 into k plus 1 and minus 2. Its sum is 703. We have to solve for k. 7k minus 2 plus 7k plus 7 minus 2 and equals to 703. Right? 7k and 7k would be 14k. Right? And 7, and we have 7 minus 4 would be 3 plus 3 equals to 703. So 14k, this would be equals to 703 minus 3. This would be 700. So 14k equals to 700, and the k value is 700 out of 14. Right. 700 out of 14, which is 50. So k value is 50, right? Now for part B, an expression for the nth term of a different sequence is this. The first term of a sequence is 3. The third term of a sequence is 19. Find the sixth term of the sequence, right? So the first term, when n is 1, n equals to 1, we have the first term, which is 3, and 1 square plus a into 1 plus b, right? So 3 equals to 1 plus a plus b, right? So 3 minus 1 would be 2 equals to a plus b. This is my first equation, right? Okay, the next information we have given when n is equals to 3, right? So the sequence is 19, and this would be equals to 3 square plus a into 3 plus b, right? So 19 equals to 3 square is 9 plus 3a plus b. 19 minus 9 equals to 3a plus b. So this would be 10 equals to 3a plus b. This is my second equation. Let me solve for a and b, right? So let me subtract equation 1 and equation 2. Right? So we have a plus b is 2 and 3a plus b is 10. So let me subtract the two equations by changing the signs. We can get rid of b. So negative 2a, this would be equals to minus 8, and a would be equals to 4. We got the value of a. Now let me solve for the b value by plug this into the second equation. The first equation, a plus b equals to 2. So b would be equals to 2 minus a. So 2 minus 4. So b equals to negative of 2. Right, now we have a and b. So let me find the nth term, right? So we can say Tn we have given is n square plus an plus b. So here we have Tn, it should be n square plus 4n minus 2, right? Now we can have to find the sixth term. So T6 would be 6 square plus 4 times 6 minus 2. 6 square would be 36, 4 times 6 is 24, and minus 2, right? Okay, let me simplify. 36 plus 24 minus 2, this is 58. So we can say the sixth term of that sequence is 58. Question number 5, part A. This is a part of a bus timetable, right? Number 1, work out how long the bus takes to get from the town square to the business park. Okay, town square and the business park. This. how long the bus takes, right? So time squared is 6:30 and reach the business park at 7:16. So from 7:16 we have to subtract 6:30. We have to find how many minutes it will take. 7:16 minus 6:30. This is 46 minutes, right? Now for the second part, Tom arrives at the railway station at 7:12, right? He gets on the next bus to the airport. Okay, find the time he arrives the airport. Okay, Tom arrives at railway station at 7:12, right? So the railway station, the bus leaves at 6:48. He's late. At 7:10 he's late, right? So he gets on the next bus. So he gets on this bus at 7:28. We have to find the time when he arrives to the airport. At 8:15 he arrives to the airport, right? Now for part B, 160 workers at the business park are asked the time taken in minutes for their journey to work. The results are shown in the cumulative frequency diagram. Use the diagram to estimate number 1, the number of workers whose journey took less than 30 minutes. Less than 30 minutes. Right. So here is the time. We have 30 minutes to 0 minutes. We have to find. So at 30 minutes, the graph reads, this would be 40. Okay, so each scale is representing 4 basically, because the difference between 60 and 40 is 20, and we have 5 blocks, right? So 20 divide 5, each is representing 4, so means 60 take away 4, this would be 56, right? So 56 workers. Number 2, the interquartile range, which is a difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So let me work on the upper quartile. Upper quartile is 3/4 of the value, which is 160, and the lower quartile is 1/4 of the value, which is 160, right? So 3/4 of 160 is 120th value we have to find, and subtract it with 1/4 of 160 is 40th value, right? 120 and 40, and we have to find the answer in terms of minutes, right? Okay, now 120 is over here. This is upper quartile. Let me read it. Okay, this would be 54 minutes, and the next would be 40. Let me double check. 40th value, yes. The 40th value is over here, and that would be 24 minutes, right? 54 and 24. So let me find out the difference, which is 54 minus 24, which is 30 minutes. Let me double check. 54 minus 24, yes, 30 minutes. Now for part 3, the percentage of worker whose journey took longer than 1 hour. We have to find the percentage of the workers longer than 1 hour. 1 hour is 60 minutes, more than 60 minutes, right? 1 hour has 60 minutes. So reading for 60, and okay, so 140 minus 4 and minus 4, this is 132, and for 100 it is 160, right? 132 and 160. Okay, so we have to find the percentage of worker whose journey took longer than 1 hour. So okay, so from 160 take away 132 and dividing by the total number of workers and multiply it by 100. 160 minus 132 divided by 160 multiplied by 100, which is 17.5%. Right. Now for part C, Chen's journey to work is a distance of 37 kilometer, correct to the nearest kilometer, right? So we have to find the upper and lower bound of distance because it is correct to the nearest, right? So 37 kilometer we have to add and subtract nearest 1 kilometer, so it is 1 by 2. So this would be 37.5 and 36.5 would be the distance, the upper and the lower bound. His journey on Monday takes 43 minutes, correct to the nearest minutes, right? This is time in terms of minutes. So 43 we have to add and subtract 1 by 2. So this would be 43.5 and 42.5 minutes and kilometer, right? Calculate the lower bound of the average speed, and it should be a lower bound for his journey. Give your answer in kilometer per hour, right? So the average speed is total distance traveled divided by the total time taken, right? So we have to find the lower bound. So for lower bound in terms of quotient, we have to find the lower bound of numerator and the upper bound of denominator. So lower bound of distance and the upper bound of time, but the time should be in terms of hours, not in terms of minutes, right? So the distance we have given in terms of kilometer, which is 36.5 kilometer, that is okay, but we have to convert the time in terms of hours, right? So we have given in minutes. So using the conversion that 1 hour has 60 minutes, right? So 1 out of 60 hours has 1 minute, right? We have to find for 43.5 minutes. This would be 43.5 divided by 60 hours, right? 43.5 divided by 60, this much hour, 0.725 hours, right? So 36.5 divided by answer, 50.3 kilometer per hour, right? Question number 6. ABCD is a rectangle with area 30 centimeter square. A, B, C, and D. Its area we have given. AB is X, and rectangle DEFG is removed from the corner of a rectangle ABCD, and AE, A to E, and C to G, these two are 2 centimeters. They are same. AE and CG are same, right? Number 1, write down an expression for BC. B to C. Okay. So area of a rectangle is length times width, which is equals to 30. Right? We have given the length, which is X. The width would be BC. And this is 30. So what is BC? So from here BC we can easily get, which is 30 out of X. Right. Now for part B, show that the shaded area Y centimeter square is written as this. Right. We have to find the shaded area. Okay, this side is X. Okay. And this side would be 30 over X. Right. 30 by X, and this small size is 30 by X minus 2. And this side would be X minus 2. So the shaded area we can find as shaded area is area of a rectangle ABCD minus area of a rectangle D, E, F, and G, because that is not shaded, right? So shaded area, we have to name it as y centimeter square. Area of a rectangle ABCD we have given is 30. We have to subtract it with the area. This area would be 30 over x minus 2 into x minus 2. Right, now let me simplify. So y would be equals to 30 minus, let me times it by x. 30x over x is just 30, and minus 2x, and minus 2 times 30 would be 150, sorry, 60 over x, and plus 2 times 2 would be 4, right? Open this bracket. 30 minus 30 plus 2x plus 60 over x and minus 4. So positive and negative 30s cancel out. We have y equals to 2x plus 60 over x and negative 4, and this is exactly the same. Now for part C, complete the table for the function. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. When x is 14, we have to simplify. Okay, so 2 into 14 plus 6 divides 14, 2 into 14 plus 60 divides 14 and minus 4. Up to one decimal place, 28.3. Right. Now for part B, draw the graph of the function for x is between 2 to 14. Right. Let me draw the graph. We have the table which is 2 and 30. When x is 2, y is 30 over here. Right. For 3, here we have 3, it's 22. For 4, it's 19. Okay. This is 19. For 6, we have 18. Okay, 8 is 19.5. 8. Okay, these two are 19.5. Right. And for 10, it's 22. For 12, 25. 24. 25 is in the middle. And 14 is 28.3. And this is 28.3. Right. Let me connect all the points to get the smooth curve, the sketch of this graph. Right. So this is a sketch. Now for part C, the shaded area is 23 centimeters square. Right. The length of AB is less than the length of BC. AB length is less than the length of BC. Right. Use your graph to find the dimensions of the rectangle ABCD. So this would be the shaded area, right? And we have given that the shaded area is now 24 centimeters square. The shaded area is y equals to 2x plus 60 over x minus 4, and that is equals to 24 centimeters square, the y value, right? The length of AB is less than the length of BC. This is AB and this is BC. Length of AB is x. Length of BC is 30 over x. So AB length x should be less than 30 over x. Right? This length is lower and this would be the greater. BC is more. Right? We have to use a graph and find the dimensions of the rectangle. Right? So at y equals to 24, this is the line y equals to 24. We have to take two readings here. This one and this one, right? So this is 1 2 3 4 5, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.7. and this would be 11, 11.2, 4, 11.5, right? As we have to use a graph to find the dimension, the length of AB is less than the length of BC. AB is 2.7 by 11.5. Question number 7, part A, we have to simplify this. So the 8 is 7 and minus 2, which is 5A, and B is 1 minus 4 is minus 3B. Now for part B, expand and simplify. So 3 times 2 would be 6x, minus 3 times 3 is 9, plus 5x, 5 times 2 is 10. This would be 11x plus 1. Right. Now for part C, we have to solve this equation, show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal place. So we have to use a quadratic formula over here. So x is equals to negative of the b value plus minus square root b square minus 4 times the a value and the c value divided by 2 times of a. So x is equals to 2 plus minus square root. We have minus 4 times 6 times minus 9, and adding 2 squared is 4, which is 220, and 2 times 6 is 12. Square root of 220 is this much. X should be equals to 2 plus minus 2 square root of 55 divided by 12. Taking 2 common and cancel it with 12. So x should be equals to 1 plus minus square root of 55 divides 6. Right. So we have two values, 1 plus square root of 55 and divided by 6. 1.40 and 1 minus square root of 55. This would be minus 1.07 up to 2 decimal place. Now for part D, write as a single fraction in its simplest form. Number 1, x by 4 times y by 2. So xy over 8. Number 2, cross multiplication, 3 into 2x plus 1 minus 7 into x minus 5 divided by 2x plus 1 into x minus 5. So 6x plus 3 minus 7x plus 5 times 7 is 35 out of 2x plus 1 into x minus 5. So this would be minus x, and we have 35, 36, 37 and 38 plus 38 over 2x plus 1 into x minus 5. 38 minus x over 2x plus 1 into x minus 5. Right. Question number 8, part A. A group of 40 children are each asked how many books they read last month. The table shows the results, number of books and the frequency. Number 1, write down the mod. Mod is the most repeated frequency, which is 11, so it's 1. Number 2, find the median. Median is the middle value of the data. So the middle value of 40 is 20. Right, so we can say 7 plus 11 is 18, 18 plus 9, 20 lies in this section, so the median is 2. Right. Now for part 3, calculate the mean. Mean is sum of fx dividing by the total. Fx divided by the total children are 40, right? So this is f and this is x. Let me find the product of fx. 7 times 0, 11 times 1, 2 times 9, 3 times 5, 4 times 6 and 5 times 2. Let me do the sum, which is 11, 18, 15, 24 and 10, which is 78 out of 40. 78 out of 40 divided by 40, and that would be 1.98 is the mean, right? Now for the fourth part, one of the 40 children is chosen at random. Find the probability that this child read four or more books. Four or more books. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. Four or more books. Four books or more than four books are 6 plus 2, that would be 8. So 8 out of 40, right? So 8 times 1 is 8, and 8 times 5 is 40. 1 out of 5 is the simplest form. Now for part B, there are 10 books on a shelf. The total number of books are 10. 7 of the books are fiction and 3 are non-fiction out of those 10. Number 1, Sanjay takes a book from the shelf at random, looks at it and replaces it, means put it back. He then takes another book from the shelf at random, looks at it and replaces it, right? Find the probability that one book is fiction and the other book is non-fiction. Fiction book are 7 out of 10 and the other one non-fiction book are 3 out of 10. Because he replaces, so we have to take the total number of books are 10. So the first is fiction, the other one is non-fiction, or we can take the first one is non-fiction and the other one is fiction. So there are two possibilities. Okay, so 3 times 7, 21, 10 times 10 would be 100. 21 divided by 100 times by 2. So this is 21 out of 50 is the probability. Now for the second part, Mona takes 3 books from the 10 books on this shelf at random without replacement, right? Find the probability that only one of the books she takes is fiction. So fiction, let's say the first book is fiction, that are 7 out of 10 books. The other book is non-fiction, which is 3, and the remaining are 9 because without replacement. And the third book is also non-fiction, which are 2, and the remaining are 8. So there are 3 possibilities. So we have to times it by 3. So the 3 possibilities are, the first one is fiction, the other 2 are non-fiction, or the first one is non-fiction, second one would be fiction, and third is non-fiction, or the third one is non-fiction, fiction, and the first and second are non-fiction. So there are 3 possibilities, right? So let me simplify. 7 over 10 times 3 over 9 times 2 over 8 and times by 3, which is 7 by 40 in its simplest form, right? Question number 9, part A. The diagram shows a triangular prism. AB is 6 centimeter, A to B. Angle B, A and C is 55 degrees and the length of the prism is 20 centimeter. The area of triangle ABC is 34.4 centimeter square. Number 1, calculate the volume of the prism. Give the unit of your answer. Measurements are in centimeters, right? So the volume would be centimeter cube, right? So volume of any prism is area of cross section times length, right? So cross section is triangle. So area of a triangle is 34.4 and the length is 20. So now let me simplify, which is 34.4 times by 20, 688 centimeter cube, right? Now for the second part, show that AC is 14.0 centimeter, correct to 3 significant figures, A to C. We have to solve for AC, right? We have one side angle, we have to find this side. So let me use a concept of area. So area is 34.4, which is equals to half the two sides AB and AC and sine of the angle between them, which is 55 degrees. Let me solve for AC here. AC would be 2 times 3.4, 34.4, right? times it by 2 and divide it by 6 and sine 55 degrees. Right. So 6 times sine 55 is this much. 4.9149 and 2 times 34.4, 68.8. This divides 6 times sine 55, 13.998, right? And up to 3 significant figures, 1, 2 and 3, so it rounded to 14. 13.9, this rounded to 14, up to 3 significant figures, 14.0 is AC. Now for the part 3, calculate the surface area of a prism. So the surface area of triangular prism is basically the perimeter of the base times the length, right? So perimeter of a base is, this is a base, it's AB, we know, AC we got, we have to find BC times by length. So first we have to work on BC and plus 2 times of base area, 2 times area of that triangle ABC, and we have the area of this triangle. So the thing is to solve for BC, right? So we have to use law of cosine over here to solve for BC. Let me apply law of cosine here. So BC square is equals to 6 square plus 14 square, because this side is 14.0 we got, minus 2 into 6 into 14 and cos of the angle, which is 55 degrees. Okay, let me simplify. Cos 55 times 14 times 6 times minus 2, add 14 square, add 6 square, and square root of answer, which is BC is 11.64 centimeter, right? We have BC now, which is 11.65 centimeter rounded to. Okay, now let me use the parameter. So the total surface area, this would be the parameter, is 6 plus 14 plus 11.65 and times by the length plus 2 times of the base area. Base area is 34.4, right? Let me simplify. This would be adding 14, adding 6 times by 20 and add 2 times 34.4, 701.7 or 702 we can say centimeter square, right? Now for part B, the diagram shows a cuboid with a square base. This base is square, right? So means all 4 sides are same. The height of a cuboid is 8 centimeter and the base, this length and width can be x, let's say. The volume of a cuboid is 98 centimeter cube. Find PQ, right? So volume of a cuboid, it has a formula length into width into height. The volume we have given is 98. Length and width are x and the height is 8, right? So we have 98 divides 8. This would be x square, x times x, right? So 98 divides 8. This would be 12.25. 12.25 and taking the square root to get x, which is 3.5. X would be 3.5. We have to take positive. This is 3.5, this x is 3.5, right? Now let me connect P with this edge, right? And now this is a right angle triangle. PQ, and let's say this is R. Okay, we have this length 8. Let me solve for this by using, this is again a right angle triangle because it is a square base. So we can find out the hypotenuse easily with this PR, right? Let me work on PR. Its square, this would be 3.5 square plus 3.5 square. So PR is 3.5 square plus 3.5 square, and square root of answer, this would be 4.949 centimeters, right? Okay, now we have to find QR, PQ, sorry, P for PQ. Again, we have to use a Pythagoras theorem. So for PQ is square root of 8 square plus PR square, right? This is PR. We have to find its square, and adding 64 and square root of answer. This is 9.41. Right. Okay. Question number 10. The diagram shows a circle, center O, with diameters AC and BD. Okay. These two are the diameters, right? Number A, show that the triangle OAB is concurrent to ODC. So these two triangles are concurrent, right? Give a reason of each statement you make, right? So the first reason is in both triangle OA and OD, or OB and OC, we have two common sides. This side is same as this, and this side is same as this. So we can say OA equals to OD and OB equals to OC. So the reason is equal radii. These are the two radius, so they are equal. Right. Okay, now the next thing left is angle. So these are two vertically opposite angles. They are equal. So we can say AO and B is equals to DOC, vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so we can say that by side angle or side angle side, triangle OAB is congruent to triangle DOC, right? Now for part B, the diameter of a triangle is 10 centimeter and AB is 9 centimeter. Calculate the difference between the circumference of a circle and the perimeter of the shaded shape. So we have diameter of a circle, AC, A to C, this is the diameter, and BD, this is the diameter, this is 10 centimeter. AC and BD we have given is 10. So if this is 10, it means this is 5, 5, 5, and 5. And the next information, AB is 9. This is 9, right? Now we have to calculate the difference between, first we have to find the circumference of a circle, and then we have to find the perimeter of the shaded shape, right? So circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, right? So this is 2 pi, and the radius of a circle is 5. So times by 5. So this would be 10 pi, right? So perimeter of a shaded shape, we have to work on parameter of the shaded shape. Shaded shape is this one. You have to work on this parameter. So this is 9. We have to, this side is also 9, 9, 9. Now these two sides we have to work on. Let me find this angle. We have the triangle AOB. We have all the three sides. We have to find the angle. So here let me apply law of cosine, right? So 9 square equals to 5 square plus 5 square minus 2 into 5 into 5 and cos of the angle between them, which is AOB, right? So 9 square is 81 minus 5 square is 25 minus 25 and divided by minus 2 times 5 times 5. This is cos of the angle AOB, right? Now let me simplify. We have 81 minus 25 minus 25. This is 31. 2 times 5 times 5. So 31 divide negative of answer. Now doing cos inverse of answer. This is 128 degrees, we can say. This angle is 128.3. This is also 128.3, and this whole is 360 degrees, right? So times it by 2, right? And from 360 subtract answer and divide it by 2. So this angle is 51.6, and this is also 51.6, right? Now we have to find what is BC and what is AD. This is arc length, right? So arc length has a formula, theta over 360 into 2 pi r, right? So we can find arc length of AD, or we can say BC, right? Which is theta 51.6 degrees over 360 degree times 2 pi, radius is 10. Radius is 5. Right. Let me simplify this. Theta over 360 times by 2 times by pi times by 5. This would be 4.5102. So 4.5 we can say, right? So this is 4.5 and this is also 4.5. Now let me work on the parameter. 9, 9, 4.5 and 4.5. That is a parameter of the shaded shape, right? So 2 into 9 plus 4.5 we can say, right? So this thing adding in 9 times by 2, which is 27.02. 27.02, right? Now we have to calculate the difference between the circumference of a circle and the parameter of the shaded shape. So the circumference of a circle is 10 pi and its difference with 27.02, right? So 10 pi subtract answer. This is 4.39. right, centimeters. 4.39 centimeter, right? So that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.